All right, we're recording, and then obviously I'm going to edit all of that part out. And anything, if we get too goofy and we need to edit out, we will.
I'll try and be serious.
Okay, all right. Okay, bend your knees and place your feet on the mat. Take a few breaths here just to breathe and relax. Add some movement to your breath. Inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, press the low back into the mat, slightly tucking your tail. Your inhale will reverse that, send your tailbone into the mat, and get an arch. Continue alternating between those two movements. Make the next few a little smaller. And then finally settle into what feels like right in between those two movements. That's pretty good. Maybe we'll just bring it a little bit, ever so slightly. Keep your legs right where they were. That's it right there. There was just a little bit of a release in the hip. That's what we want. All right, try to maintain that. And lift your right leg up into tabletop position. Exhale, float it back down. And then do the left. And this is subtle. It's not very hard, but you will feel your belly kick in to maintain that nice neutral pelvis that we just found. And just one more time, either side. Open your feet about as wide as your mat. Send your right knee in towards your left. Let your left leg fall towards the side. You can maybe even look over your right shoulder, thus completing the twist of the spine. And then bring the legs back and we'll do the same thing to the other side. And then finally bring the legs back. Bring your feet a little closer to your bottom. And just like we did at the beginning, exhale and press your low back into the mat. And this time allow it to raise your butt a little off the mat, just about there. Hold it here a moment and feel yourself somewhat hammock into your back. So try to relax the back muscles a bit. And then you can lie the spine down all the way. And this time we'll come up a little higher, so initiate the same way. Press the low back into the mat, lift up maybe to about the mid-back. Hold it here, a breath cycle as you let the back body relax. And then on your next exhale, melt through the breastbone. Lie the spine down. All right, this time we'll lift all the way up into a true shoulder bridge, so press your low back into the mat, peel off. Hold it here, reaching your fingertips towards your heels. On your exhale, narrow everything down towards your knees. Just like that. Take one more big inhale at the top. And exhale, melt through the breastbone and roll it all the way down. Good. So we're basically just working our way up the spine. Let's work a little on your shoulders now. Take your arms up to the ceiling. These are called puppet arms. So sometimes, that's right, we're going to lift the arms up, and then as if I drop your strings, you just plop your shoulders down. So keep doing that. Focusing on the release of the muscles. We're actually letting some muscles go here. Now hold this plopped sensation. You feel how wide you are between the shoulders? It looks great. Reach your arms behind you without popping the ribs. And then circle them around to the hips. And then here's the trick. As you bring your arms back up, try to keep that plop sensation. Good. So let's just make a couple circles in that direction. and then reverse. Okay, let's work your upper abdominal curl. Let's start by making a little shark fin with your fingers like this and put your fin right here at the sternum. That's right. As you inhale, you'll feel your hands rise a bit. And then as you exhale, you might feel them fall a bit. So we'll use that exhale to our advantage. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale and sink, curl up over that sunken sensation. Hold it here, so you should be about the tips of your shoulder blades in your upper abdominal curl. That looks pretty good. And then lie everything all the way back down. And one more time. Now very naturally what happened is the bottom of your tail tucked under. That's organic. That's what probably should happen because the spine is connected. But as we get a little better in Pilates, you can hold that upper abdominal curl and be long in the pelvis the other way. So press your tailbone into the mat a little bit the other way. Yeah, like that. Very hard to do as we get a little bit better, and then roll all the way back down. So you can remember that sensation as we come back to it later. Let's flip over onto all fours. Get nice and long through your spine. Let's just turn over the right shoulder and look towards the right hip. Breathing into the left side of the body now. It's gentle, but it feels nice. And then come back to the middle and go the other way. Hold it here, and then inhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Take a big look at it, all the way up like this. And then exhale, weave it down and through. Place the right shoulder on or near the mat. Or thread the needle. One more time like that. Really wring the air out of the lungs on your exhale. Okay, same thing other side. And come back to all fours. Hold it here. Feel as if your belly's really braced. And maintain that sense of brace, but I'd like you to sag in between your shoulder blades. Just like, right, feel that? Now you've got a divot there. Okay, press away from the earth and lift back up into my hand. That's right. One more time. And then press back up into my hand. So you can be here without necessarily being round. You're just pressed away from the earth. Maintain that. Maintain the belly braced and slide your right foot back behind you and then your left as if you were about to do a push-up. Hold it here for a breath cycle, focusing on this area up in here and keeping the belly in. And then bend the right knee in and the left. Let's just do the left one first this time. So tall neck, there you go, and then right. Hold here a breath cycle. And left knee in. And right knee in. Good job. Sit back onto your heels for a child's pose. Good. Okay, go ahead and lie down onto your back. Bring yourself a little bit towards me so you have a bit more room for your head. All right, bend the knees into tabletop position. Float your puppet arms up to the ceiling. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. That's, oh, you knew where I was going. Go ahead and pump. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, so stay nice and broad through here. Good adjustment and reach from the underside of the armpit. Just 3 more breaths. Pump like you mean it. And relax everything down. Nod your head one direction and then the other to relieve your neck tension. Place your hands underneath of your bottom and bend your Actually, I changed my mind. Keep your hands out like this. Take your legs nice and straight. Reach the arms behind you without letting the ribs pop. So you'll bring the arms back up a little bit higher and let your ribs settle back into your body. That's it, like that. Now, arms up to the ceiling. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Peel up and reach past your toes, and you can even flex your feet. There. Now stay low as you begin to roll backwards, reaching towards the plant here with your heels and fingers, even as your back pulls back. Well done. That was 1. Let's do 5 with flow. Last one. Surprise here at the end. So roll back halfway. Hold it here. Take an inhale and fill up your back lungs. That feels pretty nice. Then exhale, curl up an inch. Inhale, roll down 2 inches. Sliding the tail, exhale up an inch. Inhale down 2 inches. Exhale up an inch. And roll all the way down. Hello, abs. All right, now bend your knees into tabletop position and stick maybe either your thumbs or even your whole fingertips underneath your bottom. Take the legs up towards the ceiling. Let's just do a couple small raises and lowers. So lift off just like that. Yep. Activating into the low belly to initiate. Good, 2 more. Bend the knees and rest.